Well, he was a high school state and national champion at Rockford, a collegiate national champion at Colorado, a three-time Olympian, a five-time U.S. national champion, and a U.S. record holder. And yesterday at 37 announced his racing retirement. And a pleasure to have Dathan Ritzenhein joining us now. And Dathan, I know when I met you back when you were in high school, you had big hopes and big dreams. Did you ever really expect to accomplish all that you have and to do it for so long at a world-class level?
Hey, Larry. Yeah, I tell you, it was, I actually kind of thought it would be a little easier than it was back then. It ended up being pretty hard. But I'm amazed to look back now, and over the last couple of days as I was kind of going through some of things and talking to some people and going back through memories and seeing some of the pictures and the videos, I definitely had a big wave of nostalgia, and there was a lot that was packed into those 20 plus years of really competitive running. And I was blessed. It was great to have a long career. And I guess it was hard along the way though too. And so I guess I kind of thought that it would be easier when I was younger. And but now I look back fondly.
To be an Olympian once is a dream come true for any athlete. To have done it and represented your country 3 times on the world stage, how does that compare to anything else you've done? And what did it mean to you to do that representing your country?
Yeah, those Olympic teams are highlights for sure. It's, when I made my first one at just 21 years old in Athens in 2004, I really didn't know if I would make another one. A lot of people only make one. And the U.S. Olympic Committee did a survey. I remember how many, or just compiled stats of how many people make one Olympic team or 2 or 3. And I think it's only like less than 4 or 5% of Olympians make 3 teams. So I felt like at that first one, you never know. And I was able to go on to Beijing and be 9th in the top American there, and then make another team in the 10K in 2012. And so it's a pretty prestigious group, and I'm really proud of those moments. They were very difficult. Showing up on race day, you have to make it at the trials, which is hard. It's not like you just kind of place. And so I had to earn those spots. They were very difficult, and so I'm very proud of those.
And speaking of some of the places you mentioned, I know when you're competing and training, it's not a vacation by any means, but how blessed have you been to have really traveled the world as a young man, that you've done that all through running?
Yeah, I can't believe people paid me to run, and I ran in circles for years, and they paid me. And people watching you run in circles. A 10K on the track, 25 laps. I mean. But it was amazing, to be able to run the 5Ks and 10Ks on the track. I love that. I love being able to put my spikes on, running those shorter races. That was great. And then later on in the marathons as well, it was pretty awesome. And, to be able to go and meet all these people and go to these different places, you get to meet a couple presidents, for the Olympic teams, and travel the world really on someone else's dime most of the time. And, I was able to train in great locations and altitude training camps in Switzerland and Utah and France and all over the world. And those were just great memories I'm going to hold for a long time. And in racing in stadiums, the American record at Zurich in 2009, it was an electric stadium. It was just people banging on these metal fences and, 40,000 people in there, or the Olympic Stadium in London, there's 80,000 people screaming. It was an amazing feeling. You're in the room underneath the stadium, and you can just feel it it's like that movie Gladiator. You can feel the people above you and the cheering, and you coming out into that arena is pretty amazing feeling.
I know you've gotten more and more into coaching in recent years. What do you love about it, and what are your plans going forward?
I love that I don't have to work so hard, like my own body when I'm there. It's one of those things though, I just love running. I love being part of that world, being in that track and field world. And I love seeing other people really, make their dreams happen. And it's pretty great to be able to see other people do those things that I did. And I did it for a long time. And so now I gotta use the brain a little bit more than the body.
And I know you're only 37, but you go from the old guy in racing, so to speak, to the young guy in coaching. How's that feel for a change?
Yeah, I guess I ran out of contemporaries, I guess, on the track. So, but I feel good about, having, 16 years as a professional career in running. If I could, and then I had great years in college. In my high school years, I was a standout. So if I can have 20 plus years of great experience going forward, being in the sport, I'll count myself very lucky.
Well, hey, congratulations again on an incredible career. As a member of the media, Jack and I really appreciate how you've been so great to work with over the last 20 years or so now. And hey, on behalf of everybody here in West Michigan, thank you for the way you've represented us out on the world stage.
Great. Thank you, Larry.